feel that Makoto is just trying to perhaps finish up this ancient camp. It's reached the 17-minute mark, so having that extra tier 2 item might be the difference.
Scanned it out.
Oh,
man,
clumsy net. That's pretty handy.
That is pretty useful. Man, the spray looks so strange on the Roshan cliff.
Yeah.
Oh, well, ISSI, say farewell, my friend. That is so much damage coming through from Makoto. Give him your +2. He goes right back to farming. Just not a place that he could really be. DJ checking things out. Kez queued. He's got the blink queued up, but it does seem like it's a little bit far away currently. And in general, Boom seems to just be going for tools to kind of kite the Ursa around. Like the Beastmaster is going for a Force Staff. The Silencer already has a Force Staff, and even beyond that, FBZ has the Halberd queued up next after the Force Staff. So I think he's identifying that his role in this game is really just kite around the Ursa. Even Force Staffs feel kind of useful kiting around Storm Spirit, right? He's going to jump in and pull somebody. If you double force someone back towards your team, Moon does not want to invest that much mana. Actually going for the kill on Kezcute here. Really nicely done. It's good damage. A lot of mana though. Can he get out of here? Jumps up on top of the cliff. There's a ward there, my friends, and he's going to be very dead. That's another +2 for Makoto.
It's the kill for Makoto, and yeah, Moon Storm Spirit, despite having a great early game against that Silencer in mid, has just coughed away some of his lead. And talked about that snowball potential, 18 permanent agi, and those BKB timings by Fnatic are going to perhaps even be negated by this one coming out in the next 400 gold from Boom. Taking this tier 1 tower too, they're going to open up the Roshan potential for themselves.
Yeah, and not really feeling like I'm not really feeling like Fnatic have made amazing use of taking first pick here, right, and having the responses to more heroes overall. The last pick of the Silencer has really turned out to be pretty backbreaking. Moon is not having a very fun time. Up top, net onto Ice Sight. This is big damage. Dreamy Soul with the solo kill. All right, that is not what you want to see if you are a Fnatic fan in this spot. And now the net worth lead. We've just been moving up and up and up all the time. Experience, net worth, everything going Boom's way currently. And even the win probability swinging up pretty heavily. They find DJ down bot with a dust. Big zip in from Moon, trying to help out. Got to careful, the global is available. Here we go, and the roar. Trouble for Moon, trouble for DJ, trouble for Fnatic. 3 of them dead across the map. And Hyde even picking up the double for himself there.
Misplay there coming again from Moon. He just jumped in right on top of the bounty hunter who was getting gone on, and that cask secured the kill.
Yeah, it's... I feel like Moon is getting a little antsy, or maybe Fnatic have decided... the way that they seem to be going about this is, okay, 23 Savage, we just want you to go and like AFK hard farm as much as you can and try and be kind of our 1v5 hero this game, and we're just going to make space on everybody else. But I don't know if that's really going to work for them against the Naga Siren and against the kind of lineup that Boom have, as they go in, they secure the Roche, they've got the Aegis on the Silencer, and game is starting to look better and better for them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, they're going for the same strategy, but they're executing it better, right? Even just realizing, look, Naga Siren's probably not going to die. It's already got the Manta Star, level 16, Ultimate Orb, and to the Skadi, 1200 or so gold away, so only needing to give the Aegis over to Makoto, who's going to be playing in a lot more of this aggressive role on the front lines. Got this siege creep.
Yeah, they're just going to keep the pressure up top, and what are Fnatic doing in the meantime? 23 Savage trying to put some pressure on the mid tower, but the glyph comes out. Now the TP coming top. Maybe they'll be able to get the deny. Savage cleaning this up pretty quickly, but Catapult does finish it off, and Boom just retreating as a unit. Jab's coming down here, trying to get a little bit of a D ward going on this high ground, but it's already, that ward's already timed out. Just wanting to make sure that whoever plays down here is that little bit safer.
Kodo comes down, he's looking to accelerate his own farm, going into the Dragon Lance afterwards. Of course, good combination with his 4 stuff that he's got there, and just looking to provide himself with a little bit more beef so he can stand in the middle of these team fights and start to use that permanent agi that he's stolen. Sorry, permanent intelligence.
Yeah. He did opt for the +2 int steal as well, so if he finds anybody in these upcoming fights, they are not going to be very happy. And for Fnatic, I feel like the only real timing that they have anytime soon is just about to be up. They've got a BKB on the Ember, they've got a BKB on the Ursa, and they're 400 gold away from a BKB on this Storm Spirit. Maybe they can wait out the Aegis after that. That would just be another 3 minutes, but well, BKB is not enough to win a fight, and I don't know what is. Damn.
Yeah. 3 minutes is a very long time, especially now that Dreamer Cell, he's got his Skadi, and you can see he's posturing himself to take a lot more aggressive farm now, and potentially even link up and go for ganks.
Yeah, and he's looking at like his overall GPM for the whole game has been 600 so far, so he's got to be looking at like his instantaneous GPM currently is probably around like 800, so you give him 3 minutes to farm and he's going to start getting close to another item, which is very worrying if you're do lose Makoto's courier. DJ's over here playing on the enemy side of the map. Fnatic are still finding some scraps of farm here and there, and making sure that this lead doesn't grow too much as Boom are kind of 5-manning a little bit and taking out some objectives, but they are not in a position to fight, and KezQ smoked up looking to find some kind of a grab. I don't know if he has eyes on anybody, but he's just about to head up this cliff and spot out Ice. Are they going to go for it? His blink is being canceled for now. Knocks him back nicely. Can't quite get the lasso off. They force staff him forward. Not going to be forced to use the global to secure that kill. Very nice for Boom. And heck, they could just go high ground if they wanted to. Their Jabs is pinging. He wants some teammates back here to defend.
Cliff was already expended. I thought, well, if they didn't go for that kill, they might have just been able to secure all of the outer towers, but why not? You've got this lineup that has the capability of pushing forward. Makoto, he's still got the Aegis for 1:20, and Dreamer Cell, he's not going to die either.
Yep, they're raxing him. 25 minutes in. All right, zip through from Moon. A little bit of pressure, but what is it really going to do? Makoto's still got this Aegis for another 1:10 seconds, so he really doesn't care. DJ just getting stacked up. Silencer getting bigger and bigger brains. It was a big brain pick. There's some big brain plays happening, and it seems like Boom might just be walking away with his first game here in the lower bracket final.
Yeah, they're making rotations towards the top side. I think they could still just easily take this tier 2 tower bottom, just to make sure that you've got a little bit less of that mobility around. You're a little bit more scared about farming your own ancient camp, and time just to secure the bounties for now.
Definitely a good time for them to just hold on to the tri-camp if they want, right? Don't surrender this area. Fnatic are going to try and move out into the Dire jungle and maybe go push at top a little bit. But all it's going to take is another smoke from Boom with another blink lasso. They've already got ready to go. As I say that, KezQ's already on the ball. He's smoked up. But it does seem like they're just going to go for the push at bottom. And like we said before, Fnatic do not have very good building pushers themselves. So we'll see if they can even find any kind of a trade on the map. There's even a Radiant Glyph. So if they wanted to try and make some kind of a play on mid.
They just gone though. I appreciate the play that they were trying to make there on Boom. They just used the Naga illusions to keep it pushed forward while they stood back in, using the nighttime to their advantage. And if someone did come and defend, they probably would have gone for that pickoff.
They got the Hawk vision. Here comes the lasso. Global gonna get popped as well, so no counter initiation. Can't save him. He does get the BKB off, but it's straight into the roar. Beautifully timed from FPZ. Jazz was trying to help out. Moon gonna go for Hyde first. Wants to bring down the Witch Doctor. He's pretty tanky. Uses his force staff to try and survive. Dreamer Cell's already found his first target. That is the Oracle. 23 Savage popping the BKB. Going for Makoto. The song's gonna get popped, and they bring down Fuzzy Wuzzy. Trouble for Moon now. Is I think he was trying to TP out. It's being interrupted. He goes for the zip to the side. Instead, they're just gonna go for DJ, netting him down, and here comes the illusion damage.
They call it.
Big trouble. Moon, Fnatic, they've had enough. GG called. 26 minutes in the books here for the first game.
See you later, nerds. See you later, nerds.
Yeah.
See you later, nerds.
than ever. Dire's top tower is about to fall. Just wait. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall. He's wrong. Radiant's middle tower. Radiant just Do Radiant want their middle tower to fall? Dire's top tower is under attack.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
A gift from the night. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire just has
Over here. Illusion.
Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems.
Loaded to the gills.
Stupendous.
construction for Radiant's bottom tower. Radiant just fortified. Jex thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall. So he's wrong. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Jex thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall. Did Radiant's bottom tower just fall? Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems. Dire's top tower is under attack.
The fun begin. I'm getting a second wind.
Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems.
Do it with flair. Flair's here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire with the scan. Dire's middle tower is having a bad day. Jex thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall. So he's wrong.
And it's up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Jex thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall. Dire's top tower is under attack. Seconds. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Rock it on. Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems. Bid farewell to Dire's top tower.
Wish fulfilled.
Jex thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall. So he's wrong.
Do it with flares.
Scan from Radiant.
Allies disappear.
Killing spree.
Flares here.
Regeneration.
Ace. Homing in.
Dire are scanning for enemies. Dire don't look too scared of Radiant's top tower. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Roshan
In your face.
A gift from the night.
My armor is my coffin.
Hungry, Nova?
No.
It does seem like Boom might be one of the
It's
teams
Dice.
that's maybe prefers second pick a little bit, though still going to take Radiant when given the opportunity. So,
Exact same bands, but
Except
Beastmaster
Beastmaster.
instead of Mirana.
Yeah, so I'm okay with this. Look, I just think you can't give away a second phase Beastmaster, even if you're thinking to yourselves like, Fnatic are looking at
10
that and
seconds.
just saying, hey, everything was fine up until the silencer pick, right?
5
Because the
seconds.
silencer pick dumpstered all three of their cores and it basically removed their oracle from the game
What's
as well, right? And suddenly like re-enabled all of these heroes that were supposed to be countered by the oracle. Suddenly like the Beastmaster and the Batrider were both like, hey, we can do what we want because the global is going to protect us.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it was just that final pick messing everything up, but nicely done in the draft by Boom. And I just don't know if you can give Beastmaster through into the second phase like that.
Opt to go for the Ursa first instead of opening with the Witch Doctor. Band's exactly the same, except that Beastmaster. Batrider still got the Witch Doctor.
Yep.
Silence alive.
Yeah, I feel like
10 seconds.
a lot of it depends on how much Boom felt that that last draft
seconds.
hinged on the silencer last pick, and how much
It's Radiant's
how much importance they place on having to have the Beastmaster. But so far, it seems like they're happy to go down and explore this line again, at least initially, and maybe we'll see You know, maybe the significant changes will start coming in once we get to that second phase of picks,
It's Dire's turn.
and Boom have to go for their third hero. Yeah. Okay.
Why change up a winning formula, right? That's one of the big advantages, of course, just having a bit of the luxury of saying, right, we're going to go and pick the exact same things that we did last time around. You need to change up your game. You need to try and outdraft us.
Yeah. Well, I think you need to have confidence in your strategies as well, right? Whichever team you are here, because you need to have that confidence going forward into the grand final. There's a lot of games to be played today for one of these two teams, and you can't be second guessing yourself at every turn when you're playing up against Geek Fam. So Fnatic taking their time for a second now, so I guess considering their options and deciding if the Oracle is really what they want to go for, if they want something that's maybe a little bit stronger in the lane, then they do have to answer the question of like, all right, well then how are we going to deal with the potential for like a core Batrider or something like that? And they come back with a Quap instead, so it's more active, it's more aggressive, but it is a hero that in a desperate situation they could throw into a lane against the Bat if necessary.
I think it's totally fine. You want to get a bit more on the front foot rather than just be constantly counter-picking against a lot of what Boom are trying to do. You know, now that makes them consider, right, what are we going to do to deal with this quick pain, and where exactly is it going to lane? Whereas an Oracle, you know exactly why it was picked by Fnatic.
Yeah. We're keeping the draft a little bit more open-ended here. They might also be trying to float the idea, like, there's still this possibility of, okay, if we need to, Quap can go safe lane, maybe Ursa can go mid, or that we can always move the Quap to position 4 if they spend too much time dealing with it. So I like this. Ember comes out as the ban for Fnatic. Maybe just feeling like they're not going to have the requisite lockdown for it this game, especially if they want to keep the options open to push the Quap over into a position 4 role. So just going to get rid of it instead.
Well, though, that's the key thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the best ones. Bad, and you've got Amanda, they're free, but we want to reveal another core at this stage of the draft. Concerning, well, the Oracles, they're going to make it tough for Fnatic regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if there's a world where Fnatic get forced into like an Abaddon or something. Not a very popular hero, but can be it's the kind of hero that just because of the specialized nature of its kit can kind of always sneak into a draft even if you didn't think it was really much of a possibility. And Boom, I think this is where they need to maybe mix things up just a little. They also have to give us some more information here, right, about whether is Bat going to be played as a core, is this just our support duo again, what are we looking at?
Well, I feel like you pick your your safe lane carry, because that doesn't reveal all too Batrider. You can still pick something that's decent against an Ursa.
Do you feel like there's a one that's good against what's being shown? Like just
it's hard to say, right? With the potentially like block pick Amanda for themselves.
Yeah, I think they could. I don't know what other carry you would be looking at here. If they want the Naga, I think they need to leave it a little later than here. I think it makes it a bit too easy for Fnatic to counterpick if you take it right in this spot. And they're gonna take the Enchantress.
Okay.
Very interesting. Okay, so what are we thinking? I mean, Enchantress is only a support these days, right? So I think this kind of confirms the Batrider as a core.
Could they be holding on to something though? Like, this is the day to reveal all of your cards, essentially.
Maybe.
Right?
5 seconds.
Ench is a weird pick here, right? It's not just me. Like, Quap's got burst. Ursa has a decent amount of attack speed. Sure, you
Plus 400 attack speed against what, minus 100 at level.
Yeah. So I would say that normally this does not look like that good of an Enchantress pickup, but maybe it's just, hey, we feel like this hero is strong in lanes. We want the ability to, you know, aggro jungle and take some more towers using the creeps. So that's the plan. And maybe Boom are just going to go for like a full Zeus strat and just try and take a, you know, they've got places to be. They've got a grand finals to play. Let's just take another 20-minute win and go for it. Maybe that's
be a
the
4 Enchantress, right?
Yeah.
If you're this Ursa, what can you? It's a Bat Rider Enchantress.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know what pick you could go for Fnatic that would salvage that lane necessarily. And you still have to worry, okay, hey, Boom have the last pick for mid, so they're going to get a counter pick for mid pretty much no matter what. And Fnatic come back with just the Snapfire, so tanky, good damage as a support, but I don't know if I feel like this is the... It doesn't look like an answer to me, right? It just looks like, okay, this is a solid hero that Fnatic have had pretty good success with.
Riki.
And ooh, that is a nice Ricky pick, right?
Yes, absolutely. I think they've got either a 100% or like a 90% win rate with it, well, over 16 to 20 games. It's something that they're really strong with. So does reveal most likely what's going to be their safe lane carry, but I think at this stage, when you've got this pretty good matchup, you're not too fussed by that.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good. So the only thing Boom may be lacking a little bit is the building damage, the objective taking, but I feel like that is only really relevant if the enemy team has a way to punish you for it, and so far Fnatic don't really have a whole lot of building taking themselves, right? I feel like it really becomes a problem if there's a big discrepancy between the two teams, and Fnatic just gonna go for an Underlord here. Okay.
Things way down.
Yeah, they've got quite a lot of deep push. I guess just kind of hoping to farm up their Ursa a whole bunch. This is a hero that Ice can make a lot of space on, but
5 seconds.
beyond that, not certain. Are we currently thinking? I'm guessing like it's more than likely going to be Quap 4, but they're going to keep their options open, maybe just to kind of at least threaten that the Quap could go mid.
Jungle Ursa, let's go.
he might be. He's gonna be spending a lot of time there. I'm pretty sure based on these lanes. I still feel like the Bat Rider has not been addressed. Like this is pretty nasty, and their initiation sucks too. On the side of Fnatic, right? You're looking at like Ricky blink smokescreen or Bat blinking in with a lasso versus what? Blink Yules? Snapfire Ags?
Yeah. I mean, you're saying the Quap's more likely to be a 4, right? So they need a mid laner. They need something that has some initiation, can't just be dominated by this Bat Rider. And so you would think it needs to be a Yules build. So what really is left in the pool? Spirit potentially, Death Prof, yes. Something that Moon plays a fair amount. It gives them a little bit of pushes.
10 seconds.
And potentially put Boom on the clock if they lose a team fight or 2.
5 seconds.
What do you think this Dragon Knight ban is about?
Honestly, DK is just one of those heroes that across all 3 teams today, they both pick and ban at a decent amount of time. Probably Boom plays at the least of the 3, so they're just wanting to...
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to read into it about like what Boom were thinking about for their mid lane, but the only thing that DK really feels like a counter to in the mid lane is like Quap. Yep. And they already have Quap themselves, so I don't know. Well, Fnatic already have Quap. Silencer ban comes out. I guess just
mid Bat Rider.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it could be. Right, there is that possibility. Fnatic Ogre. Okay.
It has to be.
Yeah, I guess so. And then what? Ogre. What is this Ogre pick about? This Ogre does not seem. Maybe Ogre. I think Ogre has to be in the off lane, right? Because I cannot see Ogre Ursa doing anything against Enchantress Batrider, right? That lane seems like a you're gonna get 0 CS kind of lane. And I think they need the ranged hero there. Boom, just gonna go for the TA to round things out, so it gives them some objective taking.
Maybe they were just going for some mind games, realizing that Boom only had about 7 seconds of reserve time left. It's like, let's throw something out of left field and see how they respond.
Right, just force it. Well, there's nothing too crazy about Fnatic's lineup. Again, maybe this little bit of an issue with the lockdown situation.
Hyde's playing his position for Witch Doctor again, so Cute not going to be picking it up. I'm liking the set on Hyde, it has to be said, but I'm still waiting for the Sun and Gun.
Yeah, that's what we're all waiting for. That's going to be in the
See you later, nerds.
the surprise
later,
bonus in the
nerds.
collector's cache this year. That's what we're all hoping for. Or maybe it'll be the ultra rare in Immortal 3. Who knows?
Who knows? I'm holding out hope. Ice Frog, if you're listening,
Yeah.
maybe just me and Kip. It'll be an exclusive set
nice.
for us.
Exclusive. Well, I feel like I just got boomed again here.
Got boomed? He boomed you?
Yeah, he boomed me. I've been, I don't know, Fnatic. Maybe there's.
They're very tanky on Fnatic, it has to be said. Other than the
Yeah.
Feeling good, man.
I feel like this Underlord has to make a lot of space. Like I feel like his lane actually has to go pretty well here. And I don't know, maybe Moon can pop off on the quap and just get a bunch of rotations done early and make things happen that way.
Hopefully for them, he's woken up, because I feel like in game 1 he was maybe drowsy, not quite himself. He made a few overextensions perhaps that were very un-Moonlight.
You know, there are these players that need a warm-up game, so we'll just have to see.
Sentry? Not just yet. So obviously coming up against the TA, you're able to use that meld to push out a lot of the damage coming through Shadow Strike, so he's definitely soon.
So it is just DJ playing the snap, and he is just going to be in the off lane. So I am very curious to see how this. I don't know. Maybe Fnatic will be able to like force some kills
Wait for it.
up here at top
See you
somehow
later, nerds.
with the ignite and just getting an oov and. But I don't know. It seems so unlikely to me against the sticky, against the even whether it's the Witch Doctor or the Enchantress. I feel like they're both gonna have.
See you later,
They would both
nerds.
have a great
See you
time
later,
up here.
nerds.
Yeah, they're really strong laners, and you can be tanky as hell, but Maledict eventually starts ticking for a lot larger.
I really feel like Fnatic need to somehow open up the map, but it's not easy for them. Right? Like they need 2 different lanes that the Quap can the Quap and the Underlord can just keep pushing to the enemy tier 2s and then kind of escape. And I feel like that's how they, then maybe they can buy time for the Ursa and you get this like 4-slotted Ursa and he becomes the strongest hero in the game. And that's how you win this one if you're Fnatic. But I don't feel like it's immediately obvious how you take out these tier 1s to open up that area of the map for the kind of split pushing to happen. Maybe they just have to win their lanes. We'll have to see if the Ogre and the Snapfire come through. They are definitely 10 times stronger as laning heroes than the Oracle and the Bounty Hunter were in the previous game.
Yes, absolutely. Just able to put so much more pressure on, even just through the slow harass and all the tips starting to come out. Guess cute.
Does he even do anything? He wasn't chat wheeling or anything. Makoto started it off and everyone just dogpiled.
Yeah.
10억짜리 꿈의 고기 15억짜리 꿈의 고기 골드볼 못해 골드볼
We're good. So we thinking boom again 2-0 or
Yeah,
are they gonna be able to close?
I'm thinking boom again. I'm thinking we might have a break between this series and the grand finals. I'm not actually sure what the situation is going to be scheduling wise. I imagine that they're just going to be either playing to the, if we're early, then we'll probably play to the schedule. If we're behind schedule, then they'll probably just give them like 20 minutes or something and go. But anyway, it's in the future. We're of course all cheering to have as much Dota as possible, but this is, I like Boom's draft.
Yes. It's a good start for Fnatic though. They've been able to snag 3 of the bounties. Some good aggressive positioning. That's one of the advantages of having this Ogre Magi, of course. Such great regen to start the game, as well as 7 armor. There's gonna take him down.
So Boom are opting to run a little bit of an aggro tri lane here. I don't know if are they trying to keep the Riki away from the Underlord? Is that a difficult matchup for the Riki?
I think it depends. What's this about? If they run something aggressive into it, I suppose you do. But the Pit of Malice can give you that extra little bit of lockdown that you need to sell. It just makes farm, and I feel like Riki comes online a lot faster than his other cores, so you want to make sure he's got that good early game.
And Mood is getting, he's copping some side blades here on the mid lane. Makoto really giving him a hard time with this one.
Business.
Yep, and now the denies coming up as well, so we're gonna have to be careful with that. Makoto going pretty deep. Whoa, Fairy Fire getting forced out. All right, here comes the salve, but that means no opportunity to get any of these CS, and Makoto just going around. He knows that he is crushing his mid lane right now. Yeah, this is pretty nasty. I kind of want to keep my eyes mid for a little bit more, but we'll quickly check in on the side lanes, perhaps. Maybe you can go be the sideline reporter for a second, and we'll keep watching how this mid lane goes.
All right. I think it should be okay now that they've moved away from that tri lane, so probably.
Yeah. Oh, Makoto, the master tier Templar Assassin player is definitely showing up in this situation. Well, I said that maybe the one way that things go well for Fnatic is if Moon pops off, but
see you later.
Yeah, it ain't looking good so far, folks. This is the Makoto show so far. Cool.
It just keeps going.
All right. So what, he missed. Refraction gone. He's so good at like the micro positioning to get the side blades every time. That's their second salve already. Wave getting pushed into the tower. 15-6 against 4-2.
I know it's a little unconventional to do it at this stage, but do you want to just pop it over to the net worth and see where Quap is?
Yeah. Oh lordy. Well, that's what happens when you have to buy regen like this.
Rain of pain.
Good.
Yeah, we'll switch it back for a second. Yeah, Savage getting run out of the lane currently. FBZ gonna take some damage on the way back. How is top lane going? Ice at least has some CS, but he is the one bright spot for the team currently. Moon's getting
see you later,
something
nerds.
now, but level 4 versus level 3. He's about to get his level 4 under the tower. But man, he's just not getting any of this. I think you should get this one. All right, nice. Whip it real good.
What's he got? Is he some regen? Yeah, a mango and a salve. Just trying to get experience. I think he's resigned himself to that fact.
Yeah, no, I don't think he can afford to ditch the lane. Even for a second. Makoto just, oh my god, this is, oh, and the side blades as well. Oh, is he dead? All right, Jabs is being called in. Like, please secure the rune. Don't let him get a regen or whatever. Moon salve number 3 coming in. Bottle is just a distant dream currently. He's so good at just using like the one creep to, oh wait, okay, is DJ getting a kill here? Hyde got blocked in a little bit. Savage is dead under the tower. At least Hyde's gonna go down. DJ picking that up, so 1-for-1 kill trade across the map.
I'm really liking that timing from Boom, right? He's like, well, you're getting bodied in mid lane and forcing your support out. Batrider against Ursa. See you
Yeah,
later, buddy.
enjoy, friends. Oh, oh, he did it! He's got Mikoto with the side blades.
Oh, he knows.
Oh my! He absolutely knows, right? He's just like, well, and Savage getting run at again. 3 stacks. Ogre coming down here now. All right, so Jab's looking to help out. DJ kind of getting gone on a little bit. Kez cute, just grabbing a couple of jungle creeps, so they can't really pressure Ice too much up here. He's at least getting some farm, but I don't know. The problem is that what is the Underlord gonna do? He's not gonna rotate and make plays and fix any of these other lanes, right? He's just gonna be Underlord and defend towers. So I don't see where the game really starts changing for Fnatic.
Just acting as that deep push right now. I think the one redeeming factor now is that they were able to get at least that sentry ward down, so be able to just L dodge. Not that he's even needed to.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even have it yet. What's happening? All right, the cavalry is getting called in. Jabs and DJ are on the way. Mikoto, are you really gonna? Okay, he's backing up.
See you later, nerds.
He knows that they're here, so
yeah. They nearly got the instant D-ward off on that Observer Ward placed by Jabs as he rotated through, but he was smart enough to actually just deny his own Observer Ward to stop the gold and experience going on high.
Okay, well, still 41-12 against 13-5, and Mikoto just takes a little second to go farm a camp while the supports are looking at mid, and now he's straight back to side-blading Moon in the face, who is just going to blink away. Hyde coming over, quickly capping the outpost.
Get this Observer Ward.
Oh man, these D wards are so brutal. These are like, what, 2 full duration wards? So now there's just 0 vision on the map for Fnatic whatsoever. And what's Moon doing? Well, he got forced back again. Still does not have bottle. 6.5 minutes into the game, he's just blinking his way back to the well. Mikoto's taking the mid tier 1 tower already.
Oh man, I mean the strength of having these comfort heroes, right? Master tier TA, like you mentioned, not too much against that, and realizing that I don't think a ton of people understand quite how the side blades work. Right, it's where you're standing when it hits, not when you use it. So you can actually, you know, throw your attack out and then move to make sure that the side blade splat.
Yeah, the micro spacing that he was showing on this mid lane was just insane. Kez cute, just continuing to jungle up over on the Dire side, so the Chantress can get some pretty good farm that way. Boom, definitely with the lead currently. 23 Savage now swapping over to top lane. But Dreamissol, I think, looking to pressure, and Hyde's already up here. 23 Savage just do whatever he wants, and they know that he doesn't have a TP, so they're just gonna go on him. He does have the enrage and some stick charges to survive a little bit longer, but and they're not gonna let him farm up here. Ogre runs up, but what is he really going to accomplish? Okay.
Person getting any form of farm is Ice right now, and he's still not in a position to take these team fights. 750 away from the mech. The Arcane Room, which is going to be pretty damn handy for himself as Firestorms.
Yeah, so are they just hoping to park the Underlord mid now and then maybe free up Moon to like go and jungle a little bit with these 3-point Scream of Pain, or Ice is getting, you know, shoved away from top. They're giving that over to 23 Savage, but and they are giving good farm to DJ. Maybe that's the one bright spot a little bit here for Fnatic.
When he walked back into the lane with full HP, took 2 side blades, and he was on like 1/3.
Kodo almost clearing this tower up for free. Kez Cute was even looking for a little bit of a wraparound. Well, Ice with the Arcane Rune is turning out to be the savior of the day here on mid, but not what you want to be doing, investing this many resources against the TA, who is 74-17 against the 34-6.
74-17, also has a triple stack of Ancients.
Yeah. Is DJ dead? Dreamissol, tricks of the trade, Moon trying to soak it, Dreamissol with another blink is going to go for it, and now he's under the tower and out of sight. Looks like he should be okay. FBZ's even thinking about just going for this. Damage onto Ice Ice Ice. TP getting forced out from jabs. Needs to get out of the Firefly. Is he gonna snipe this courier on the way out as well? Dreamcell's like, sure.
Dire's
Yep.
courier has been killed. Were you paying attention?
Everything's going boom's way, man.
Yeah.
Let that middle tower fall.
Can we please get some, you know what's cooking boom chat wheels? That my kingdom for some boom chat wheels right now. This TA is enormous. Oh my
He
god.
realizes how tanky he is. I mean, Jabsy's going to come over and fire blast him just to make sure that they get some form of experience. And be all of it. Hyde disrupts it, but he's going to pay with his life.
Yeah, FPZ's here to help, so looks like he's going to be all right. There's a double damage in the river. So
Fine for Dreamcell to pick it up. It doesn't all have to go to the TA.
yeah, well, I mean, Makoto's gonna have like a what 12-minute deso or something. Oh no, there's an ancient stack. Hold that thought. It might even be a little faster than that. Dreamcell. Ooh, they want Moon in mid. He does already have the point in the smoke screen, so able to keep him locked down. Moon gonna try and run out of it, but he's just taking so much damage. Gets brought down, and he is having an absolutely miserable game. Well, do they have Makoto dead? He just TP'd.
我是一个没有感情的
That was it.
造成器。
See you later, boys.
And here comes the turnaround. Trouble for DJ, because Cute also running forward. Big slow, big damage. One touch from Dreamcell. This DD is cleaning house. And Boom are completely running away with this game. I don't know. Ice 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 is trying to do Underlord things and just run at waves and TP out, but what's it gonna matter, really?
He's doing everything that he can. He's creating some space for
Is he gonna
Savage
bounce
now.
back to Savage? He's got the Enrage. Dreamcell's chasing. Alright. Well, TP out. It's gonna be successful, but
He'll pop.
no way in the fountain. Yeah. It's only it's 3 points Maledict.
I think the Enrage soaked up 2 of the ticks, so...
Yep. Well, Mortimer's Kiss is on cooldown for 50 seconds. Moon just desperately trying to grab a little bit of farm up top. But TA just about to grab this Deso in a second. Well, Fnatic, if they're going to come back in this game, it is going to be a very long road. Though, you look at this, the win probability has been favoring Fnatic this entire time, which is ridiculous to me. But we'll see what happens as those metrics start to shift. FBZ has gone a little greedy, has just opted for the BOTs first, but he's also having a pretty good game.
Maybe when this Deso actually gets delivered, be like,
Maybe.
oh right, this is what he's been buying.
Dire's top tower.
Because I guess they've got like a Sonic Wave that they can use, and they are about to take this bottom tier 1, which is certainly good news for
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Fnatic. And the Underlord should be able to continue slowing down the pace of this game
Jax thinks Radiant's
for quite a while, but I don't know. I don't know how they deal with the Ricky and the everybody jumping on their faces and no save, and they just die. Like whoever gets smokescreen just dies. Whoever gets lassoed just dies. So long as Makoto is careful with his positioning and just make sure to play for the blink BKB, I don't know if this TA is ever going to die this game. So.
I mean, it enables Dreamcell to farm this aggressively, right? He's 10 now. It's, anything into his talents just yet, not wanting the 20 attack speed, but with that, he's got his Diffusal Blade coming out to him as well, so he's going to start becoming active on the map.
Yeah, he is.
13 minutes.
He is going to be an absolute terror. At least Fnatic, they got some dust picked up around the
Just
place.
roshing, man.
All right.
Radiant
Why not?
What you do?
Not a whole lot with the state that the game is in right now, so there you go. Oh, Ice 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 is running over. Wants to do something about it. Jabs is also coming. They've got this Dark Troll Summoner ready.
Found him.
It's not dead just yet. Makoto actually dropping a little low here. This is trouble. Here comes the Melt. Sonic Wave not into the pit. Actually, they pick up the Aegis. Wait, he just lasso and TP out. FBZ's fine. Jabs comes in to try and do something to the Templar Assassin. Gets hit by a Melt Strike to the face. Down he goes. They lost Ice 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 on the back lines.
I suppose not really understanding maybe quite how low Makoto was, but if that Sonic Wave went into the pit, I think they could
Oh, yeah.
probably gotten the kill onto the TA,
And the
got
Roche.
the Roche kill,
Yeah.
and got the Aegis. So
Yeah.
just little things like that
Yeah.
maybe turn things back around in their favor. Dota Plus has finally realized, oh wait, they've actually got some item
Hold up.
timing.
Yeah, yeah. And now a 6k lead in Boom's favor.
Dire's
And they
top
even
tower
managed to
is
keep
under
that Aegis intact as they now just go for an immediate smoke. Looking to make a play, keep the pressure up with their defusal. No reason not to.
Yeah.
Oh, Moon, are you just going to be dead again here? They haven't spotted him just yet. They see Jabs. Team going to take the high ground. All right,
Jabs
now
is
they
breaking.
see him. And, well, jump in. Can they keep him locked down in position? Knock him back into the smoke screen. Very nicely done. Jab's going to try for the TP out. It's not fast enough. And they're going to come in and swipe those bounties as well. Ice trying to go and grab the top ones, but FPZ is already on the case. And Hyde also TPing up here.
He's got his last
Ice was under a ward a little earlier. He might just be dead.
我是一个没
So
有
travel
感
and
情
the
的
faded
发情
brooch
机器
and the windlace means that Fly already moving at about 445. I think that goes up to around 500 pops.
And Ice just has no choice but to do this, right? He has to just pop the Dark Rift and push the wave out. 23 Savage, they are not going to let him just sit and farm. He is making good progress towards the Battle Fury, but even that is not going to be an item that massively turns this game necessarily. It's going to take a little while for him to farm up after that to really be all that scary. You get this stack. Oh, Jabs aggroed it for a second, so not going to happen.
bottom tower, Jax.
I know it's not a common thing to do when you're not coming up against something like a Phoenix or a Cotton, but
Yep. Photo getting gone on. Is going to lose the Aegis shortly here, it looks like. All right. It's life number one. Team's coming over to help for life number two. FPZ already in position just to protect. Makoto getting gone on. Mortimer's Kiss is raining down. FPZ still has the last one, not using it just yet. They're going to wait out this rage, it looks like. 23 Savage now the target with the Death Ward as well. Walking straight into the smoke screen behind. Jab's already losing a lot of life. This Ricky illusion giving them all the vision that they need to maybe continue this dive. A little low, but all right, here comes Dreamcell. Cleans up one. Moon gonna go for the blink away. Makoto does have his blink available, but also doesn't want to get hit by the Pit of Malice underneath the tier 2 tower, so gonna play it safe.
it felt like the Bloodlusted Tower did more damage than anyone on Fnatic that fight. You know, it was the only thing really holding back the all-out onslaught, and even without using the lasso, able to take down the Ursa as well. Tankier and agile.
SSI's running in. Makoto able to just get the blink away. Couldn't get through those refraction charges fast enough.
Oh, Moon's gonna die in base, I think.
Oh, he's getting the tips. He's getting the business this game. Oh, they're going to go in. Cast bouncing. Jabs, I think, just going to tank the gank a little bit. Trying to group them up here on the choke point, but they just drop down the smoke screen and walk away. Makoto in a little bit of danger. They do have a dust on him, so he can't just meld up. Looks like he's going to be brought down. Nicely done by Savage, but Boom still looking for this turnaround. Dreamcell, the big damage dealer, and godlike streak for him. Make it beyond godlike, perhaps. No, it's a triple kill for Hyde instead. They lose the big TA, but Boom still had plenty of strength beyond that.
That's so crazy. At the end of the day, the TA only had one kill before that, so Fnatic don't even get a kill streak going in their favor.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
There's some Dota going on here, but it feels like it's mostly Dota being played by Boom, and Fnatic, well, they're trying. They're working towards the Ags on the Snapfire. Ursa's got his Battle Fury, but just where is he going to have room to farm, right? They've lost all their tier 1 towers. Dreamcell is just charging around everywhere, finding kills. He stalks his prey on the mid lane.
So Boom's playing Dota. What Fnatic playing?
I don't know.
Some Pendragon Dota? Is that what it is?
Maybe they've been playing too much Valorant. Maybe
Possible.
But no, I don't even want to take away from Fnatic. I just feel like Boom have played this game so well so far. Like, and this whole series, drafting really on point, play really on point. Fnatic just it seemed like they came in with a particular plan, against Boom, and Boom have already moved one step beyond that. Oh, trouble for Moon in mid. Essence Ring is going to help him out a little bit. FPZ still chasing. Not this same story again.
He'll be fine.
All right, he'll be okay this time.
Got the neck this time around.
He's living.
I don't think Boom even care about maintaining this outpost on their side of the map. They're like, all right, well, we're just going to go ahead and take towers. Why not? We've got the ability to push. We've got this early Desolator, and then if anyone moves out of position, we've got this aggressive vision that means that the TA is just going to jump.
I really don't think you can afford to have the worst lanes as the first pick team, right? Like, because you need to have better side lanes as the first pick team because you're never going to have the better mid lane, right? So the fact that they've just like jabs didn't even need to interrupt that TP. Death is a perfectly good interrupt.
Oh, and the chat wheels as well. Kezcute, it's just not fair, he says to the rest of Fnatic. 12k net worth lead at the 20-minute mark.
Is he just saying hello to Ice Ice Ice, who is taking a lot of damage before he TP's out, but will not be brought down. All right, what's the next item timing for Fnatic? Underlord is going. I mean, this is the problem with Underlord as a hero. You don't buy items that do things, right? You just buy like tanky items and you keep walking down lanes, and that's kind of it. He had an Atos queued up for a little bit there. They're gonna drag Moon into the waiting arms of Dreamacell, who's got more than enough damage, beyond godlike streak for him. I feel like we understated it when we said this is looking like a good Ricky game. A little bit of a catch out, Makoto getting gone on. They're not interrupting his blink though. They're just gonna go for Hyde instead, who will get cleaned up, but Ice 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 already half HP. They're gonna cookie him back to the team. Jab's waiting here on the front lines, ready with a Fire Blast in case Makoto tries to go deep, but he's got a refraction and he's got the BKB now delivered. So it might actually be Fnatic who needs to be careful.
BKB, Blink, Deso at the 21-minute mark. Way too much to deal with right now. I guess with the Underlord, what you were saying before, it's like he is kind of like a support, even in the offlane, not necessarily in the form of his farm, but just what he does, right? He enables the cores to be able to do something, but this mid-game went for, especially, just not looking very good at all. He's going for these smaller items just to be able to try and survive and make some kind of impact, but about an Urn of Shadows, they've only got 3 kills up to this point.
Yeah, and the Underlord is never going to make flashy plays either, right? Like, I get it from the perspective of like, okay, it's an annoying hero and Ice 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 is really good at making space, but that only matters, like you're saying, if you're enabling somebody else to do something. And right now, the 2 big cores on Fnatic are just not in a position to make things happen. The Ursa is farming well. He does have 11.1k net worth, and I'll put the 0.1 in there as well, just to make it seem like things are going a little better, but they are still just so far behind currently.
Yeah, and even, with this map domination, you've got someone like FPZ who's just farming up in the tri-camp area. Again, they luck out with another double damage coming through. Koda's going to pick it up this time in his bottle.
Oh my god, and he's got Imp Claw as well. Oh lordy. You just wait for it. FPZ, all right, who are they going for? Jabs, is he going to try and sacrifice himself? 23 Savage just going to go for the enrage. Oh, they got him. I mean, it's not going to last very long, but he's still going to be dead. Makoto, well, say goodbye to both of your lives on Fnatic, and now Boom can just converge mid. They are running straight into like a heavily warded area on Fnatic, so this is not a safe place to be, really. And here come the Divide pings are from DJ, but it has not been very Divide Dota for Fnatic.
Dyer's courier has been killed.
Even the stuff of wizardry being destroyed on the courier for Moon, so his timing's going to be delayed even further. He was getting so close to that Yule Scepter just to be able to provide that little bit of extra survive. He's got the Essence Ring too, which is nice, but just feels like this Ricky's going to be able to pop him every single team fight.
TP's down. Ice 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 on the case once again, looking to spam things out, but not really able to provide that much of a catch. DJ still working his way towards the Ag Scepter, and maybe once they've got that with the Gobble Up, they have a little bit more initiation that they can make use of. But
It's
for
wishful
now.
thinking, it's got to say. I mean, Roche is up in 10 seconds as well, so you would think that maybe Boom are going for that timing. I guess probably hoping for a pickoff before they went for it. They might have been a little bit spooked about how the first one went.
So, okay, how much of Boom crushing this early game like this is draft, and how much of it is play?
I mean, TA is always a little bit favored over the Quap, just because you're forcing him to use some sort of net worth, or at least the supports, to get that detection that you need to try and harass out with the Shadow Strike. He didn't even need to. That's how dominant Makoto was in the early game there. So right. I don't think they could be put down 100% to the draft. It's just giving one of your best players their comfort heroes, and has to be said, the side lane's not going fantastically either. Jab's dying 7 times as Ogre Magi. So definitely not the sort of impact that you want from one of these durable supports. So I think the draft we were thinking was a bit more favorable for Boom, but it's a combination of both. Execution as well has brought them to this dominant of a...
This Ricky has just popped off this game. It has turned out to be a very, very good Ricky game. Maybe if there was a little bit more catch, he could get a little bit more punished. Boom looking for a smoke, hoping for a jump. This is a dangerous place to be fighting. Fnatic with a good choke point here that they can play around, but there is a ward up on the high ground now. They're going to go for the jump onto the Underlord first. Can they pop him? Silence onto the Ursa. Jabs. They have split up a little bit on the side of Boom. Makoto doesn't currently have a target, so they are looking at Dreamacell in the backlines. He's got to blink back to his team. Hyde waiting there with the heals, and even with not the best initiation from Boom, and not maybe the best target selection, they're still cleaning up this fight, no problem. Ogre running forward. FPZ still diving a little deeper, looking for 23 Savage. They find one more outside of the base. That's Moon dead. And they don't even need to execute very well at this point with a 17k lead to just walk all over Fnatic.
0, 6, and 0 from Moon is not something that he would be happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They're able to force out the Glyph. Maybe that'll give them time to say, well, we can pick up some of these bounty runes. We can go take the Roshan. We've got the cheese as well this time around. And, I mean, I think once Dreamacell picks up his BKB, if the game goes that long, that'll be the real time where it's just going to be too much for Fnatic to deal with.
At this point, it does feel like Boom could just kind of grind out the map to a 40k lead if they wanted to, and like just end the game that way. Oh, Fnatic smoking up. Dreamacell, I think, gonna break the smoke, but he leaves the illusion here as well, so they're gonna waste a couple of spells on that. Dire scanning. Boom in a good position to protect the Roche. They're just gonna let Makoto go to work over in the pit while everybody else is kind of covering all these angles.
He wishes he had 5 more XP for that the armor reduction, but should get it from this Roche kill, and thankfully enough, 23 Savage, he's going to be able to pick up the double damage rune. Quite the legs to hop up onto the high ground though with his Earthshock.
So what's he going for? He's just going BKB next.
I think he realizes that obviously Boom are going to press their advantage right now, so he just needs to give them any form of team fight potential.
Yeah, and he needs the BKB to get the ult. The smoke screen. It says hi to Dreamacell, does some decent damage there. Rest of Boom is moving into position. Makoto a little bit light in the mana department, but he does have a couple of mangoes coming in a second. I don't believe they have a mango tree currently. I haven't even checked neutral items at all this game. I don't even... Well, we got an Essence Ring that nobody is using currently, but the Imp Claw for the TA, very nice. The Vambrace for the Ricky, very nice. And now we've got ourselves some tier 3 items coming out, though it might only be Boom getting tier 3 items for a little bit here.
I think at this stage of the game, though, you do really need to go for these aggressive plays. Like, you're 20k down. They know how far behind they are, so you need to try and give yourself any sort of small advantage to try and get back into this game, and that's what Savage is going for.
Yeah, they're not going to farm their way back into this one for sure. Oh, lasso already. Dragon Ice all the way back into the waiting damage. It's just too much. He's getting cleaned. And now with the Underlord dead, nothing to really defend these objectives.
There we go. He's got his BKB.
Well, the Bloodlusted Tower is useful, but still getting cleaned up.
It's going to be so
Hide
hard
keeping
for
the
Savage.
replays going. And say goodbye to Jabs. 2 hits, he's gone. Here comes the Mortimer's kisses. They've already found out DJ. Dreamcell just gonna hop backwards into the smoke screen. Buyback coming in. Boom, continuing to reevaluate. Dreamcell still has the cheese. Trouble for Moon. Gonna heals himself for a second, but it's straight down into the smoke screen, straight into his death. Still beyond godlike for Dreamcell. Savage popping all of his cooldowns, looking for Makoto, but just gets cleaned up, and he's still living. Yeah, Ursa down for 60 seconds and took them a minute or two longer in game number 2, but what a show of force for Boom.
Yeah, what a show of force. Even Kezcute, he's got a Hurricane Pike on him, so as soon as that Ursa ran in, trying to make the biggest impact with his BKB coming through, he just uses the 4-star back on him, pushes him back towards his fountain, and really nothing happens.
Well, Fnatic still holding. I guess worth it to play this one out until the very end, but just not sure where any kind of turnaround potential is really going to come from. Boom still hanging around. Makoto swapping items out just to get some mana back as Dreamcell completely holding in the bottom wave. There's no pressure.
Daedalus.
Yep. Well, Ice walking forward. All right. Moon jumping in. Bit of damage onto FBZ. Forced to have himself back. Ice cookied in. As this paralyzing cast bouncing around everywhere. Actually gets a decent lockdown, but Boom just playing the objective. Makoto going for that for now. I have to give Boom some props for not getting ahead of themselves, just grinding out this win. They've got their sights set on the grand finals. Right through Savage coming forward onto Makoto. Decent chain stun. BKB getting popped. Still has the enraged Dreamcell. Gonna keep on fighting. They're waiting for Makoto to come back with life number 2. Ice. Already dead. No buyback available for him. Makoto needs to be careful, but he does have the refraction now. DJ trying to clean it up, but he's got the BKB running. So Boom just gonna keep on chasing forward. DJ next to die. Moon with the Sonic Wave looking for something. Can he even get Hyde? At least he can manage that kill. Buyback. 23 Savage TPing into the backlines does bring down Makoto. Pretty nice for him. 500 gold. And Boom just gonna have to reset perhaps. Dreamcell thinking about going back in. Can actually clean up this kill on 23 Savage. He's got the enrage. Jumping forward onto FBZ. Does just barely manage to force staff himself outside of the Dreamcell. He's being dusted up, but he's still got the Manta. Gonna turn around and actually just look for the kill instead. Throws down the smoke screen now. Still waiting. Checking out the inventories. Moon comes over, gets the scream off. So Dreamcell just gonna jump back to his team. And they will take their leave for now, but Fnatic's base in tatters.
Yeah. At the cost of a melee racks, and I think there's 2 or 3 buybacks coming through as well. Yeah. I was thinking maybe DJ should have gone for that desperate play and even sold his Tranquil Boots and Soul Ring just so you could try and get that initiation with the Axe Scepter. He was about 600 away and wasn't in any sort of position to use the Scatter Blast to try and pick up some last hits.
Yeah. At this point, it doesn't really feel like it matters how well Fnatic play the fights, right? Well, the blasts are coming in.
See you, Quad.
Dreamcell. Dead.
Gotcha.
85 seconds on the sidelines.
Yeah, and they're just waiting for their TA to respawn so she can TP out to this mid-tier 1 tower that's still alive and just come walking into the Dire base. Dreamcell is still just fighting Ice. Cookie's gonna get him outside of the smoke screen. He's not presenting his back, so Dreamcell's damage getting reduced a little bit, but it's still enough. 23 Savage running forward. And where is Makoto's just heading top.
See you later, nerds.
This is some objective-based gaming from Makoto.
Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems. Where are you going?
Savage taking whatever farm he can find. That's the first neutral creep he's seen for like 8 minutes probably. But Dreamcell jumping in, jabs the next target. Once again, gonna turn around and try and fight the Riki just to live a little bit longer, but he gets cleaned up. And finally, GG gets called out from Fnatic. That is the end of their run here in the BTS Pro Series for SEA. And we have our grand final sorted. It's Boom versus Geek.
It is Boom versus Geek Fair. When Fnatic won